guys, welcome back to another episode of Quick Keto Cooking. If you like easy home-style meals made ketogenic that you can get on the table in a hurry, then you've definitely come to the right channel. Let's go ahead and get started. So tonight I am going to be making fried cabbage and sausage. Fried cabbage is very, very easy. It's not very glamorous, but I'm going to make it glamorous. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as I said before, cabbage is not an overly glamorous vegetable. However, it is incredibly low in carbs and in calories, so it makes a very good accompaniment to the ketogenic lifestyle. What I have here is 1 head of green cabbage, and I have cored it. That means I took the core out of it, and I have sliced it. I also have 1/4 of a chopped white onion, and it is going to go in first. Speaking of first, the way to make cabbage glamorous, well, and the way to make almost anything glamorous, is with bacon. So in the bottom of my skillet, I have some bacon drippings, and that is what we are going to be cooking our cabbage in tonight. But I am going to start with my layer of onions. I like putting my onions down first because then they get caramelized. So that is what is going into my very hot bacon drippings. I'm going to cook this for just a minute or two before I add my cabbage. It is the cabbage on top of my onions that is going to help caramelize it. So this is only going to be in the pan for a few minutes by itself. I would say maybe 3 to 4 minutes. The other ingredient that I'm going to be putting into my dinner tonight is going to be sausage. And this time I'm going to be using kielbasa. This is actually a Polish sausage and kielbasa hybrid, and it's made by Hillshire Farms, but you can use any kind of sausage that you like. You could use other types of meat as well, or you could completely leave this meat free. Both CJ and my father love fried cabbage in any kind of incantation, and you can just use the fried cabbage as a side dish if you prefer. I'm just going to slice this. I'm going to go ahead and add my cabbage in before I begin slicing my kielbasa. And I'm just putting it all into the skillet. It's going to be very high, and it's going to fill the whole pan. But cabbage is very much like spinach in that it will eventually break down as it softens. So I am just slicing my kielbasa on the diagonal. You need to make sure that the sausage that you choose fits into your personal macros. Also watch serving sizes. A lot of sausages are by the half length or things such as that. So definitely choose a sausage that fits into the needs of you and your family. Now I prefer to brown my sausage in a separate skillet, simply because the cabbage takes up the majority of my other skillet, and I want to get a real depth of flavor on my sausage. So I am going to cook it separately and add it after our cabbage is almost finished. So I'm just stirring it a bit, and you can see that the onion is carameling up very nicely and getting brown already. Here is a very important tip. You do not want to put a lid on your cabbage.
I beg to differ.
At this point. CJ disagrees with me. However, if you were to put a lid on this, and I always had this argument with my dad as well, because from being from Idaho, cabbage was his baby. You would think the potatoes would have been it, but of course cabbage and potatoes together was definitely a win. But if you put a lid on it, then you have steamed cabbage. You do not have fried cabbage, because you get condensation and then you're steaming it instead of frying it. That is my opinion, but I think it's a very good tip.
Whatever.
The peanut gallery is speaking. So I have turned off my sausage, and it is nicely browned. I have stirred my cabbage about twice. I feel like cabbage is similar to potatoes, if you were a potato eater in your pre-keto days, where the less you stir it, the more golden it will become on the bottom. And if you're looking for a crust on your fried cabbage, that's what you're going for. So in just a moment, I'm going to add my meat into my cabbage. Now, if you decided just to have this as a side dish or to eat it with something else, you could have just, of course, eat it the way it is right now. I am going to season it, and I will show you with what. Now, as much as I am known for being an aggressive seasoner, when it comes to my cabbage, I am a purist. I only like 3 things in my cabbage. I want a little bit of garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and that's it. But you can use whatever you want. And here I have salt and pepper. I am now going to add my meat in. I've turned my heat down, and I'm going to add my meat in and let our flavors incorporate, and then we will be ready to serve. I'm going to serve CJ a portion. Look at all those golden onions, all nice and caramelized. Are you going to taste it for us? You don't know if you signed up for another taste test? You'll have to check your contract.
I'll do 1 a week.
1 a week. Alright, I guess I'll have to give you a bonus for this then.
It's hot.
Yes, it's hot. Don't burn yourself. Your delicate palate.
It's really good. Good flavor. And yeah. I don't know if your tips were what I necessarily agree with. I think me and your dad were right.
I will throw down with you.
No, this is really good. Thanks for making it. Bye-bye.
Bye.